Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It is good to have you folks along here on this wonderful Wednesday. Pretty nice morning out there. Little cloud cover this morning. Sounds like that's going to give way and we're going to warm up, but gosh, the winds are going to come up.
Really?
Yes, what a surprise.
Wow.
Yesterday, there was a little bit of wind, but you know what? It almost seemed calm compared to days previous to. Well, the gals are wanting to get out there and start digging around in the dirt a little bit. Certainly won't have any trouble doing that if they want to stir that ground up early. We'll see how it lays out, Brent. Neighborhood's been a little quiet lately. Not as much going on since there's nothing to talk about.
That's kind of a good thing, though, right?
Not really. It's no fun. It's boring. Not much going. Just everybody kind of coming and going and getting in their cars and, you know, sometimes waving, sometimes not. You know, maybe just go, well, there goes so-and-so down the street. Guess they're going to work. Don't know. Haven't talked to them.
That kind of makes your job easier, though, being the Noge, or whatever title you gave yourself for the community, kind of the lookout person.
There's no need for one if people are just going to be boring.
See?
Just, no, other than, you know, they
Well,
need
it gives you more free time.
Well, you know, I guess so, neighbor. It's not the same since everything's okay on your side.
Yeah, everything's going well. Like you said, been a little quiet. Kind of enjoyed it.
Moving along. Let's take a look at the school lunch menus.
Okay.
We're just going to do regular things on the show today. Nothing too fancy. Just, you know, kind of go through and do what we're supposed to do.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to start, or would you like me to?
Oh, it's kind of far to reach over here. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. Well, are you okay over there?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Go ahead.
Sandhill School in Dunning. Looks like many corn dogs today at Sandhills.
At Ansley, they're showing no school today.
All right, Broken Bow today, hot pepperoni sub, cheeseburger, fresh baked combo sub. The grill station combo is spicy chicken sandwich basket. And today at Broken Bow, they've got build your own hot dog station. That's the menu at Broken Bow today.
At Sargent today, they're having spaghetti with meat sauce, green beans, fruit cup, garlic bun, and milk.
Loop City today, flavor your own chicken or beef burrito on the menu today at Loop City.
And Selma Myrna today, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese dog. Cheeseburger, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter at AM.
All right, Litchfield today, pork steak at Litchfield School.
And at the Gothenburg schools, it's hot pepperoni subs, cheeseburger, made fresh. Oh, made fresh pepperoni pizza. I'm sure the cheeseburger's fresh, too. Fresh baked Italian turkey sub, nacho snackable Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
Callaway School today, tacos on the lunch menu today at Callaway.
At Cozad, mashed potatoes and gravy with hot roll, chicken patty with mashed potatoes and gravy with hot roll, or glazed ham with roasted pineapple with mashed potatoes and hot roll. They're also having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with mashed potatoes and gravy, according to the menu here. They've got mashed potatoes and gravy with everything.
Good.
Yeah, everything is available with potatoes and gravy at Cozad today. They also have their daily slice pizza bar, and with that, mashed potatoes and gravy.
All right, Arnold today showing a sandwich on the lunch menu today at Arnold School.
They like their potatoes and gravy there. Okay, that's all I have over on this side.
Okay.
Birthdays. A very special birthday locally. I don't know of a nicer person you could meet. He goes by the name of Paul Mills, and Paul is turning 90 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
And it's not too late to send Paul a card. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if it came in a little late. Paul Mills was our neighbor. He lived right across the street at one time where Brent Apperson lives.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
And he was a lively guy. I mean, he would walk over and we would go over newspaper clippings, old history together. He'd bring me some articles and we'd have these great conversations. And he's a former teacher.
Mm-hmm.
People love Paul, and he's turning 90 years young today. And you can celebrate by sending him a card. He's at Brookstone View at 850 Laurel Parkway Drive, Broken Bow, Nebraska, 68822. Paul's a great guy. And he's turning 90 today. Sure doesn't look it. He's a sharp cookie yet today. Also other birthdays. If I can get the frog out this morning, my apologies. Diana Ross is 81 today. She started out with the Supremes. There was a little bad blood when she left, but I don't know the story on that. I just remember reading that the Supremes were a little upset with Diana. But her career after she left the Supremes was, elevated. Martin Short is 75 today. Funny man who broke out on Saturday Night Live and now, of course, is playing in Only Murders in the Building and has been on multiple films on the screen and on Broadway. And I think his partnership with Steve Martin in Only Murders in the Building has been wonderful. Nancy Pelosi is 85 today, former Speaker of the House. Steven Tyler, lead singer and frontman for Aerosmith, known as the Demon of Screamin', and it actually ended up hurting his voice, and he's not performing anymore, but Steven is 77. And last but not least, Kenny Chesney is 57 today, and he's a multi-platinum country superstar, has recorded more than 20 albums and produced more than 40 country top 10 singles. Kenny Chesney, he's prolific. He just keeps putting out music and still out on the road. He spends a lot of time on a boat. He got the Jimmy Buffett fever and got into margaritas and that sort of thing. But out of all of his songs he's had, we picked one out here today to celebrate his birthday for you. And it's called No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problems. Happy birthday to Kenny Chesney, 57 years old today. And here he is on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
the modern era or something representative.
They have a new category?
And, yeah, maybe a new wing at the Hall of Fame. Modern era. Anyway, but
Okay.
yeah, I saw that he would be going into the Country Music Hall of Fame.
All right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We do not expect designs of distinction today. Trish has let Brent know that she will not be available today, so we'll not have Trish in anyway today. She may make that up. She may not. We always love having her in and miss her when she's gone. And we also have a visit today with Custer Federal State Bank on our schedule. And so we'll have that a little bit later on in the show. So we have time for a little music and relaxation today. It looks like our schedule's a little lighter. So we'll get to some more music for you. Right now we're going to play the game and see if we can give away a prize.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, so a chance to win a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza in Broken Bow. It's Women's History Month, so here's your question for today. In 1937, this person mysteriously disappeared while trying to complete an around-the-world flight. What was her name? Was it Amelia Earhart, Sally Ride, Coco Chanel, or Agatha Christie? Those are your choices. In 1937, this person mysteriously disappeared while trying to complete an around-the-world flight. Who was it? Was it Amelia Earhart, Sally Ride, Coco Chanel, or Agatha Christie? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Hey listeners, Runza's fish sandwich is the real deal and back on the menu for a limited time. Golden brown and perfectly crispy North Pacific cod fillet topped with American cheese and served atop lettuce and tartar sauce, sure to have you hooked in the first bite. Add double-dipped onion rings and a drink for the perfect combo meal. Swim on into Runza for a fish sandwich, back for a limited time only. Runza makes it all better. Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We have Dawn on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Don, in 1937, this person mysteriously disappeared while trying to complete an around-the-world flight. Who was it? Was it Amelia Earhart, Sally Ride, Coco Chanel, or Agatha Christie?
Amelia Earhart.
That's exactly who it was. You got it. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that'll get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza here in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
7:46 is your time, and we have some music lined up for you. We're going to play some Americana for you today. This is from Olivia Wolfe. Cosmic Appalachian Radio is the name of this cut for you here on this Wednesday morning.
Biomass and Zinpro products available in lick tubs or loose mineral to help calves stay healthy. If you're planting oats this spring, they have some nice heavy oats in bag or bulk. Call Evans Feed Company at 1-800-830-2119 for your spring calving and oat planting needs. Evans Feed Company, Central Nebraska's complete feed service, family owned and operated.
With offices in Broken Bow and Callaway, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here for the area. This is Chip, and I invite you into the Broken Bow office Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Thursdays to speak with me about getting the coverage that fits you and your situation best. If Callaway is more convenient, Liana and Lori are in the office there Monday through Friday. 2 locations serving Central Nebraska and beyond. Thanks for choosing Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
Hey, so you're a hardworking individual with no direct deposit. Not a problem. You still deserve free checking. Come visit us at any Nebraska State Bank location in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna. We'll help you choose an account that best suits you and your current needs. No direct deposit needed. You'll even get free online and mobile banking because you deserve it. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
9 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock, Pawnee, Nebraska is made the CBS prep material this morning. Pawnee, Nebraska wants to pay Parks and Rec fans to move there. So they're calling all Parks and Recreation fans. You can now live out your dream of moving to Pawnee and getting $50,000 to do it. Now, this is not the fictional Pawnee, Indiana, like in the show, but the real Pawnee City, Nebraska. They're trying to get people to move there, so they have built a bunch of new houses and are offering $50,000 in down payment assistance. The rural community has seen a decline in population, and they're hoping for a rebound. Familiar story in Nebraska, but they pulled out all the stops on that one. $50,000 help with a down payment on houses that have already been built to move to Pawnee, Nebraska. It's competitive out there.
It is.
Yeah. I didn't know what this was when I first started reading it, and maybe you're a little more, well, you're younger than I am, so maybe you know this, but Signal. What is Signal, and why is everyone suddenly signing up for it? What is this Signal everyone's talking about, and why so many people are signing up for it? They're talking about the Signal messaging app. It's been around since 2014, but now that the journalist claimed he was accidentally added to a military group chat about bombing Yemen, it has gotten a lot of people wondering if it's safe. Signal is regarded as one of the most secure encrypted messaging apps available, but it is a public platform. And there's a big hoo-ha right now about all of the information and planning that was taking place with officials using this platform to plan and communicate. And somehow they for some reason, invited this journalist to take part. No one's quite figured that out yet. But it's not a good thing. And so now Signal is getting a lot of attention because that is a platform, the public platform that these officials were using. Didn't know anything about that before this story, honestly. I don't even want to, go past email.
Yeah, I hear you.
But apps are a good thing. I mean, we have apps for KCNI and KBBN so people can listen on their phones and devices, and so it's not uncommon to have public apps. I remember when they first started using apps, it was a really big deal to get one, and now you can get one to play bingo. I mean, it's not a huge technical, it doesn't light your eyes up now that you can get an app, but that one is probably lighting a lot of eyes up right now.
I'm guessing so.
All right, Brent, let's talk a little bit about the Broken Bow Golf Course.
Okay.
It's starting to look good over there. They're working on it. They're watering the greens, and there's people already golfing. They've been golfing actually almost all year long. The only thing that would stop you right now from golfing is the wind. And they've got the course, all things considered, in very good shape. Hopefully we'll be able to get some real rain on it, some Mother Nature rain, but it's looking good. And I think they have pretty well set up the staff that they're going to be using to work on the course and maintain the course, the superintendent duties there. But they're looking for a Broken Bow golf course clubhouse manager. And full-time during the seasonal time for golf. Certainly wouldn't have you out there in December. So, it's one of those jobs that could be, 6-8 months out of the year, more full-time than not, and then a break. The responsibilities for this job includes managing summer employees, social media and advertising, balance the cash drawer, also take care of event planning because there's a lot of people that use the club for gatherings and parties and so forth. And they have the cornhole and the kind of the room where you can have those sorts of things. Also, you'd be responsible for the inventory and service of both the food and the bar. And if you'd like to maybe look into this a little further, you can call Scott at 870-6081 or Mo at 870-1406. Let me give you those numbers again. Scott at 870-6081, Mo at 870-1406.
The community is invited tonight to join everybody in downtown Broken Bow at the square, as there will be a special send-off for the Broken Bow students who will be representing Broken Bow at the state speech meet this week. So come on down to Broken Bow, downtown Broken Bow, around the square. There will be a special send-off at 6:30 tonight as they send off the NSAA state speech qualifiers for Broken Bow, who include Bryn Custer, Addie Lawhorn, Annabeth Fama, I hope I'm right on the last name, Maggie Peterson, and Ashlyn Shada. So come on out and send off those kids in style as they head to state speech. That send-off will be tonight at 6:30 in downtown Broken Bow around the square.
All right. Go get them. Good luck. Bring back some medals and have some fun.
Yeah.
It's a great activity to be a part of. It is about 3 minutes away from the top of the hour, so we're going to get a little music going for you. We'll have news at the top, more information coming your way as we go along through the breakfast show on this Wednesday. We want to get into something good, so let's do that with Herman's Hermits.
KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz takes responsibility for that group chat security breach that looped in a journalist on plans to attack Houthi rebels. He tells Fox,
"We made a mistake. We're moving forward."
Legal challenges expected after President Trump issues an executive order requiring proof of citizenship when you sign up to vote. CBS News elections contributor David Becker.
It's really remarkable and unprecedented power grab for the federal government to try to seize the constitutional power of running elections from the states.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore will lead a ceremony today marking 1 year since Baltimore's Key Bridge collapse. WJZ-TV's Alexis Davila.
The governor is planning to remember the 6 men who were working on the bridge at the time of the collapse and were killed. He will take time to also honor the first responders and crews that worked hours on end to recover the bodies of the victims.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. 783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, KVFD responded to a call about a fire in a tree line that was approaching a home. The fire was just off of Dove Hill Road, about 3 miles northwest of Riverdale, and as KVFD worked to defend the home, mutual aid was provided from the Amherst Fire Department. Multiple other departments were also requested for aid, including the State Wildland Incident Response and Assistance Team. KVFD reported that the fire was likely started by a secondary power line that was being rubbed by a tree branch and caused an electric arc, and the sparks then ignited the dry vegetation and spread quickly due to the high winds. Multiple resources were assigned to multiple areas of the fire to attempt to extinguish the field fires and protect structures, although several structures had already caught fire. Approximately a dozen of area farmers responded with tractors and discs to assist in making the fire breaks in the fields to slow the progress of the flames. Other farmers and ag companies responded with water tanks to assist with the water supply. It took several hours to bring the fire under control, and it is estimated to have burned around 640 acres, also destroying 1 shop, 1 barn, and 1 KVFD brush truck. There were no civilian injuries, but 2 firefighters were treated and released at the ER for minor injuries and illness. Kearney Volunteer Fire Department Deputy Fire Chief Jason Wallen said, "We are very thankful for all of the assisting fire departments, agencies, businesses, farmers, volunteers, and those who donated food and drinks to our first responders. This took everyone to bring it under control, and we are thankful that there were no serious injuries. We would also like to send our deepest condolences to everyone impacted by this devastating fire, especially the Wygets family, who lost their home." This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Oklahoma City Thunder won their 7th straight game, 121-105 at Sacramento. 32 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Cleveland has a record of 58-14 after a win at Portland, 122-111. Miami held Golden State's Jimmy Butler to 11 points in a win over the Warriors, 112-86. New York got 35 points from OG Anunoby and beat Dallas 128-113. And teammates in the same game had triple doubles for New York. Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart. Damian Lillard of Milwaukee is out indefinitely with blood clots in his calf. Jason Tatum of the Celtics doubtful for Wednesday with a sprained ankle. And Denver's Nikola Jokic with his bad ankle doubtful for Wednesday's game. The men's Sweet 16 starts Thursday night. In college hoops, Xavier is reportedly hiring coach Richard Pitino from New Mexico. Lobo star guard Donovan Dent is transferring. He was Mountain West Player of the Year.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Partly cloudy skies today with daytime highs approaching 73. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies tonight 45. Mainly sunny skies tomorrow, high of 80. Mid-80s Friday, much cooler Saturday with highs in the mid-50s and showers. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Your friends at the Callaway District Hospital, as well as the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, are always striving for excellence. Reserve a ride with their public transit service. Learn about their specialty clinics, explore careers, and connect with them at callawayhospital.org.
It is about 6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's go outside and see what it really feels like with Jack Simpson. Jack, what's it really feel like?
36 degrees outside under a cloudy skies with calm winds out of the south. Barometric pressure at 30.25 with humidity at 66%. No rain or snow in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 4700s. High yesterday of 67, overnight low of 34. Sunrise today was at 7:31 and sunset today 7:57.
All right, Jack, looks like some dark clouds out there.
It sure does, especially off towards the Berean Bible Church. It's a lot darker out that way than it is kind of in front of the studio.
Mm-hmm. Have you felt any raindrops?
Not yet.
The wind blowing?
Not much.
So no raindrops, very little wind, dark clouds, and what was the temperature again?
36.
36. How's it feel on your skin?
Feels pretty good. I threw my jacket on.
You did? Okay.
Yep.
What about the traffic situation, Jack? A lot of traffic coming down the highway?
Not much, really.
Right.
Just seen a couple cars come by, and that's so far about it.
Have they waved at you? Did they wave at you? They honk at you?
No honking, and I'm too far for me to see if they're waving.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any trucks?
Nope, not yet.
Pickups?
I did see a couple pickups, yep.
Ford or Chevy?
Yeah, make and model.
Dodge, I think.
Dodge?
Yeah, there you go.
There goes a GMC vehicle going by, too.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
Now, do you wave at them?
I sometimes do.
Oh, good.
You can't tell if they wave back because you're too far away. We need to get you closer to the highway somehow.
Okay. But safely.
Safely.
Yes.
Yes, safely. Your microphone that you're using will not get you that far out. So
I think it can make it to my car and then it starts cutting out.
Yeah. Well, you might be able to see somebody wave.
Maybe.
And you get a truck coming by. Do the old pull the chain.
See if you can get them to honk their horn.
I remember doing that all the time when I was doing school community cleanup day. We'd stand by the highway and just try to get truckers to honk at us.
Yeah, that's always fun.
It is.
I think that the truckers kind of like it too.
Yep.
Because they don't get to pull that. They don't get to pull the old horn trick very often anymore. So, well, thanks, Jack. It's been nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
You too.
All right, that's what it really feels like and looks like as well.
Yeah.
Little dark clouds off to the east this morning and to the north a bit. So maybe you're getting some rain that way. We certainly hope so. Brand new music from Dwight Yoakam coming up right after these messages.
The Polaris Ranger is set up with all the comforts to keep you rolling from sun up to sundown. Agland ATV stocks their Polaris lineup with the machines that best suits the needs of the farmers and ranchers of central Nebraska. Our shop crew takes pride in providing you with the best service to take on the tough jobs day in and day out. Check out the 2025 lineups as you tackle your spring projects with Agland ATV and Broken Bow. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Online at aglandatv.net. Agland ATV, Broken Bow.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, But it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at broodingbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Brooding Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Focus on one thing, crop protection, helping you find cost-effective solutions custom tailored to your operation. By prioritizing active ingredients, we work to provide options that fit your needs and budget. As an independent company, we source products and adjust programs based on what works best for your farm and spray program, because we know each one of you is unique. Pharmacy Chemical, precision crop protection, focusing on helping people. For all things crop protection, including excellent financing options, give us a call, 308-537-4412.
Are you having foot pain that is slowing you down? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. If you are suffering from plantar fasciitis, foot pain, ankle pain, let Team Physical Therapy know. Team physical therapists can also assess your running and walking to help you with your foot and ankle pain and keep you active. Call Team Physical Therapy and see what we can do to help relieve that nagging foot pain. 872-5111.
It is 8:14. Oh, my goodness. Holy smokes.
Breaking news?
The good kind. Linda Gaffney is celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, wonderful. Happy birthday.
Linda, our hats are off to you. Happy birthday. You put up with your husband and your son. You're quite a lady.
She is. Yes, indeed.
She's very nice.
Yes.
Very,
Happy
very
birthday.
nice.
Hope you have a great day.
And you got a great family.
Yes.
All kidding aside. We are looking at a list here of very, very proactive businesses who have helped us celebrate National Ag Week, and we also call this Ag Month this time of year in the spring. And you've been hearing different tidbits of information on KCNI, KBBN about how important agriculture is in this area. I think we all know that, but sometimes when you are living in an area that's what it's all about, you sometimes forget what it's all about. And those tidbits of information, those vignettes, are to kind of remind all of us how important it is. So thank you to National Ag Month sponsors, which include Custer Public Power, Mount Custer Truck Sales, AgriBest Feeds, Mead Lumber, 450 Ag, V-Bar Trailer Sales, State Farm Insurance, Nebraska State Bank, Downey Drilling, Custer Federal State Bank, Bailey Crop, AgCorrect Technologies, A1 Auto Repair, Mills Hardware and Feed, Brad White Equipment, Power Solutions, Trotter Fertilizer, and Trotter Service, all paying for the time to put up those reminders of how important agriculture is here in our listening area. So thank you very much.
Yep.
We're going to thank some more businesses while we're doing that, because we sometimes forget to do this. We should do it more often for you folks who watch the breakfast show and watch it on the video stream, and the replays of the breakfast show made available by Culligan, Custer County Foundation, Designs of Distinction, Ferreter Auto Parts, the Garden Center, and Prairie Patio Furniture, the Grand Generation Manor, Hunter's Towing, Ideal Realty, Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living, Quality Senior Villages, Ross Electric, and a number of people who pull it up later and watch the show, which is convenient, maybe fits your schedule a little bit better. I know that my mom, if she watches the show, it's later because she doesn't get up right at 7:30, maybe hit the floor and want to listen to the breakfast show. She has other things she wants to do, like eat breakfast. So then you can watch and listen to it later and catch up on all the news and activities of the area that way.
Yeah, and sometimes people interact with us on Facebook and send us comments, and that has happened here this morning. And I'm bothered by this comment.
I am too.
Stephanie Groffel has posted a comment, guys, and then like a bunch of exclamation points. So obviously she wants to get our attention. Guys, be nice to Jack, she says.
Be nice to Jack.
Now I'm kind of hurt by that, because that would lead you to believe that we're not nice. And I can't think of two nicer guys than Dave Burney and Brent Apperson.
Well, now, I think there's some people out there that question yours truly being nice. Not you, but me. But Stephanie, we were nice this morning. What did we say?
Yeah.
What did we say that was...
We love Jack.
We like Jack. He's a good guy. He's from up in the Taylor country, up in the ranch land area. And he's a young man who is proving that young men do good work.
Yes.
And he's trying very hard as a radio journalist to get better and better. This is his first job, his first full-time job in radio. I don't know what Stephanie is talking about.
Man.
I'd like to actually contact a lawyer.
Oh, Steph must still be listening. She just contacted back. LOL. You made him stand out in the cold longer.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not all that cold this morning.
36 degrees.
Come on,
Stephanie.
Steph.
36 degrees. He's a ranch kid.
Oh, that's great. Love interacting with our listeners. It's fun.
Yes. I would say, Stephanie, that we were a bit perplexed when, Jack was outside when it was 35 below zero doing currents. And earlier that morning, of all mornings, he forgot his heavier coat. So we were out trying to start the generator. It's 35 below zero, and he has this little teeny jacket on. But he did the currents that day. And then here the other day, the wind was blowing, and he was kind of like the groundhog. He didn't want to go out.
Yes. Yeah.
So thanks, Steph. Appreciate that very much. What do you have over there, Brent?
Let's see. We'll remind you what's happening at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow. It's the Summer Blizzard Challenge. It's March Madness. How's your bracket looking there, Dave, in the NCAA men's tournament?
Well, I've got a broken bracket in the garage that I've been trying to weld back together.
Not quite the bracket I was talking about, but I get you. Well, they are doing the Summer Blizzard Challenge at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, and here's your matchup for today. Chocolate Extreme versus M&M. That's the matchup today in the Summer Blizzard Challenge at Dairy Queen. Chocolate Extreme versus M&M. So today, if you go in and you purchase one of those blizzards, that blizzard will get 2 points added to its total to try to advance out in the bracket. You can also vote for your favorite on the Facebook page at Dairy Queen. So that continues to go on, and we encourage you to participate at DQ.
All right. Thank you very much, Brent Amperson. We're going to talk a little bit about the cookie contest, the chocolate chip cookie challenge, in just a little bit here on the show. I want to kind of pre-read some of the information that Jeremy Shipe has provided. He's always good about keeping us on track, and we appreciate that very much. We want to thank some sponsors and talk a little bit about our winners. And also the second place finish was interesting to find out what that winner would want to designate the $500 donation to. I think she hit a bullseye. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. So thank you, Jeremy, for all that information. And also, he reminded us, too, of the community send-off, and you read that earlier, but please join them at the square today. This is nice because you can do this after work. The community send-off, join them at the square at 6:30 today to send off the NSAA state speech qualifiers. And you read those earlier, the kids who are going, but I know they'd love to have a group down there, just like when they go to state for other sports.
Yep.
So that's taking place today at 6:30 in downtown Broken Bow. And I imagine there's other communities such as Gothenburg and Cozad and those size of communities that are taking off for state today as well. I don't know, is state for everyone, or is it different divisions?
Oh boy,
you don't know. That's all right.
Put me on the spot. I don't believe all classes are on the same day.
Okay,
but I'm not exactly sure what the schedule is.
Well, if you're going to state, congratulations.
Absolutely,
and good luck. It's a very important event. All right, Jason Boland and the Stragglers. You ever heard of them?
I have not. No.
Well, they're an Americana band, and they've released a song, and this is the dilemma sometimes we have here at the radio station. We just played Dwight Yoakam. That particular song has not made the country chart, but it did make the Americana chart. I don't understand it. And so we struggle with about 4 or 5 different charts to know what music is coming, to the airwaves or streaming or getting to the people who love to listen to music. But it is a bit confusing as to how they categorize them. You might have Jackson Browne on the Americana along with Dwight Yoakam. It's okay because all music is good and more people like all kinds of music. But it's funny how they categorize them and put them in different slots. I don't know what the measuring stick is on it. Some of the songs I write when I listen to them go, good for a breakfast show, but not for KBBN. For all the time, because it might be a little bit country. I don't remember this song. I wrote down beside this, my notes, good for breakfast show. So I'm going to play it.
All right.
I have no idea. I don't remember it, but maybe I will when I play it. And I think it'll be interesting. Jason Boland and the Stragglers. excuse me, with Drive. Song right there that will probably never make the country charts because we have other artists, glitzy, fancy artists that will be making the country charts. These guys got that drive-in country sound. Hope you enjoyed it. We want to talk a little bit about something coming up called Wednesday. This is Wednesday.
Oh, yeah?
But there's an event on Wednesday.
Yeah,
that
what's
takes
for
place.
Wednesday?
Yes, at Chapin's. What is for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, south side of the square in downtown Broken Bow? Winter clearance merchandise, oh my goodness, holy smokes, has dropped to 75% off. Don't miss your last chance to some great deals. They'll be moving it off the racks very, very soon. Save 75% off on the winter clearance merchandise. Lola is excited to move into spring, so she'll have many new spring fashions, plus new purses, jewelry, and lots of Easter basket fillers, specialty jellies and mixes from Stonewall Kitchen, dish towels, and home decor. And they're offering 40% off recliners right now as well. So if your recliner is getting a little raggedy. Maybe it isn't, easy as it once was to, fold it out so you can put your feet up. Now's the time to go buy a recliner. 40% off at Chapin's. Be listening every Wednesday for a great deal and check out their window to find out the answer to What's for Wednesday.
Yeah. Before we take a break, we do want to pass along this information note from the city of Broken Bow. They do want you to know that there was a postal error regarding the utility bills that were due on March the 10th. Now, they have been found and are being distributed, which are the bills you're receiving currently. So the utility bills that will be due on April 10th will be mailed out today. Now, if you have paid your bill that was due on March 10th, disregard the mailings you're receiving currently. But if you have not paid your March 10th bill, please do so by March 30th to avoid having services disconnected. Bills can still be paid online, put in the drop box, or at the Broken Bow City Utility Office.
Thank you very much, Brent. We will take a quick time out. We're going to get our guests in, and it looks like to us that the guests will be courtesy of Custer Federal State Bank. We're going to be talking about the Scenic Byway.
I think so, yeah.
It looks that way. We know those people out there. So we're going to take this break and get them in and get going. Stay tuned.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Moline Seed and Fence was founded by the Moline family in 2014 southwest of Callaway with a simple concept: to serve farmers and ranchers by providing quality fencing and livestock supplies. They continue to meet the demands of all livestock producers, providing watering and fencing products of all kinds, from barbed wire to hedge posts, creosote post pipes, and panels. Give Moline Seed and Fence a call and have their team help you lay out your next project. Call 308-529-0781 or visit them on their web at molineseedandfence.com.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
8:32 is your time. Thanks for listening. Custer Federal State Bank paying for the time today for us to talk with two wonderful people about the Scenic Byway and the Red Barn and all the activities that are taking place up and down Highway 2 into the Sandhills. Brent, would you introduce our next guest?
Well, sure. Linda Tion is here. Linda, great to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here once again.
Yeah. Rick Moss, how are you, my friend?
Good morning. I am well.
Good.
Thank you.
I thought maybe we would start this morning by going back to the big conference that you had a while back that was here in Broken Bow. I don't think we've seen you since that took place. I'm sure it was a great weekend and a great day of activity.
It was. We had a couple of speakers. One was from the Nebraska Humanities, and this lady talked about, wasn't it her great-grandmother that immigrated here? Or was it great,
I believe,
great.
Yeah.
And she was in character, and the story she told was quite emotional about her grandmother coming over, great-great-great-grandmother coming over from Wales and settling in the Nebraska city area, and talked about the grasshoppers that she encountered, all their crops were eaten, and just many, many things. What did she say? They had 12 or 13 kids, this lady did.
Absolutely, and they lost a lot of them, and unfortunately. It was a tearjerker for part of the time that she was speaking, but just fascinating.
It was. And then we had the manager from Carhenge here, and the economic impact that Carhenge has on the Alliance area is unreal. There are people there year-round stopping, and it's not manned, of course, during the winter months, but the summer they have people in their little visitor center there, and it's just amazing from where people come from. And remember, I told you that one day that I was there. Ashton Kutcher, the
Yes.
actor, and
Yeah.
his wife were there. Little did I know that at the time. I could see them up there, but I didn't know who. I didn't go up and visit with them. But anyway, you never know who's going to show up at these locations. And we
they
had
get
a nice
thousands of visitors.
Oh.
It's just amazing the visitor count that they have. I can't remember what it was specifically. but
it's just
thousands.
huge number. And again, the economic impact it has for the area is wonderful. Also, we had some awards we did that night, and to some very deserving individuals and businesses. And then I want to briefly mention we just had the Polar Bear Tank Race a couple weeks ago, and we had 13 teams, and there was quite a number of people from the Omaha area that came. Actually, we had, I believe, 6 states represented, including Nebraska, and that's always a good time, and the weather was very nice.
I was going to ask you what the weather was like for the day
There
of the
was
race.
snow down there on the banks, but understanding the river is set clear down between the hills, and so it hadn't thawed off yet. But they had a really good time, and I made a soup, and I was telling Rick that I had one individual come back 3 times for my soup. That was
Well, there
great.
you go.
But Linda had some soup that wasn't quite.
It didn't settle with me so well. But I'm not a good cook, and to have somebody come back wanting more of my soup for 3 times, I'm like, high five, But anyway, Rick has a lot to tell you, and then we'll move on after he tells you. I have something else to share.
I don't know that I have a lot, but I have a little. First of all, our project for this year is the schoolhouse move. And that may be delayed some after hearing about Highway 2 being resurfaced and that project taking till September.
Mm-hmm.
The maximum width that any vehicle can haul or can be in width is 10 feet, and our building is 16 feet plus a little. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We're going to have to figure things out. It may be delayed until fall that we get this project started. But in the meantime, we can get the concrete work done, and we got a couple of good grants from Custer County Foundation and Custer County Tourism that are going to help us get a real start on this thing as far as the concrete work and most of the moving expense. So we're looking forward to that. We'll be having a volunteer get-together in a couple of weeks to fill our calendar spots. So I'm looking forward to that and hope that goes well. I was telling Kristen we keep a list of about 30 volunteers on a pretty steady basis, and we're really fortunate to have those volunteers, believe me.
And those are for the Red Barn?
For the barn.
Yeah.
The visitor center.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the season. We open Memorial Day weekend, that Saturday, and run through September 30. So.
All right.
It's coming up.
Yep. I never really thought about the highway project, but that certainly won't match up very well with moving an old school down.
No,
town.
probably not. And then the ending point to the east is just beyond our driveway, so I don't know how that's going to affect us for traffic for the season. So I'm going to go talk to Dan at DOT and see what he knows and what we can expect.
I think they dropped out here and kind of showed us the plans.
Did they?
When they eventually got this far. I don't think that's in the plans right away to do this stretch in front of the station. But
to the Rhino Road, it sounded like.
Yeah.
Going west.
But it's going to be a major project.
Oh, yeah.
But I think everybody, and I think
I'm
agree
all
with
in
that.
favor of it.
You
for sure.
bet.
It needs it. So.
It's getting tough on vehicles to drive down through town. So.
A lot of traffic.
Yeah, lots and lots of wheels going over those roads. So we'll get through it.
Oh, yeah.
So are they going to widen it to 3 lanes, 2 lane plus the middle lane?
I wouldn't think so, but
I don't think so. I think it'll stay the same width.
Really?
I know they do have. I can vaguely explain that out there where the Memorial Drive comes on to Highway 2, they've got plans for making some pretty major changes there to help traffic flow.
Yeah, that's kind of a confusing intersection there.
Yeah.
So
but as far as widening it, I don't think so.
There's a lot of traffic down here.
There are.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
wow.
With all the trucks coming through using Highway 2 rather than the interstate, and then all the local truck traffic, and then I don't know where everybody's going. You know, you get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're meeting, lines of cars. What's everybody doing? It's
well,
crazy.
They're coming to our byway.
Probably.
They're coming to the Sandhills. They're coming from Grand Island, and they're going to Alliance. They're wanting to see.
Okay,
Highway
you're probably
2.
right. Yeah, you're probably
Just
right.
ask us. We'll tell you that. I'm already seeing, Rick, fifth wheels coming through campers.
Linda keeps track of that statistic.
See this, and I'm going, I got to tell Rick about this, No, I'm not kidding you. The snowbirds are coming home. I know that. But, I've seen some boats go through where they're
really?
Well, there isn't any ice now, and, of course, there's a lot of ATVs that go up to the forest to ride, and I see that on Fridays. So, and that's going to just continually pick up, I'm sure. But anyway, it's and then we need to mention the passport, Rick, the Nebraska Passport Program, Ortho-Dale, and you pronounce it better than I.
What's the other one that's close? I think we only had 2 on our byway, or 4 on our byway, wasn't it?
There's one in Alliance, and then a couple in Grand Island.
2 in Grand Island and Ortho-Dale here in town.
And that will bring traffic, too.
You bet.
Absolutely. And they'll come and they visit that business. They'll go right down the street to the museum, we hope, and take a look there at the Custer County Museum and shop the square.
Yeah.
There you go.
That sounds great.
Yes.
How long does the passport program run? Do you know? It starts and ends
May
1st.
May 1st.
September.
Through September 30, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. May 1st for sure for a starting time.
It really brings a lot of people.
Yeah.
We applied for it for the visitor center again, which I do every year. We had it a couple of years ago, but I didn't guess that we would have the opportunity again this soon. So we'll keep plugging away.
Well, it does make a difference. I think your numbers
fantastic.
were really improved,
I visited with Anthem Coffee in Thedford, and she gave me the numbers, and I don't have them with me, but I think she had 1,400 people register. Wow. And that's not counting the digital. They stop and take a picture.
There are actually more digital people stopping and registering than those that come into the building or business.
Well, and they stop after hours, and take a picture. Right. But I think she had...
Or they would just rather do it digitally rather than
900
manually.
Or so. But yes, it was good for her. But she's right on the highway, and it was convenient for people. So anyway, okay, I got big news.
All right.
And I brought my newspaper. So Nebraska Sandhills named one of the 5 best places to go in 2025. The Sandhills has earned a remarkable spot as one of Atlas Obscura's 5 best places our readers want to go in 2025, making it the only location in the U.S. or North America to receive this prestigious recognition. This honor is a thrilling recognition of the Sandhills' hidden treasures and natural allure, said Visit Nebraska's director, John Ricks. It's incredible what this is going to do for our area. They mentioned the highlights several of the region's tourism gems, including the towns of Taylor, with the little people that are there. Bartlett, which has the sculptures. Have you guys ever went over there and looked at that?
I have not.
I have not.
Amazing. Herb, how do you pronounce his last name?
I can't remember.
Herb, help me, guys.
I don't.
Okay. Well, he's from that area, and he has these sculptures in the Bartlett Courthouse area,
and
they're beautiful.
They do keep adding to the collection.
Yes,
so.
Minnegree, I believe, something of that.
Okay.
Sounds like that. Carhenge, here we go again. Merritt Reservoir, and it's distinctive How do you pronounce that word?
Topography.
Thank you.
Bet.
You get a gold star today.
Thanks.
And visitors are drawn to the area not only for its natural beauty, but also for its quirky art attraction and unique atmosphere. And it just goes on and on. But other destinations, and I go again, not being able to pronounce certain things, in this year's list include Zimbabwe. How do you pronounce that one? Somewhere I've never heard of. Right there.
China.
In China, the Flores Islands and Sierra de... I don't know where these people are. And Brazil, as noted in the article, the Nebraska Sandhills were chosen for the list because of their absence of interest and tourists, making it a hidden gem that remains a largely undiscovered wonder. There you go.
There you
guys.
go.
We
that
live
last
in an
line
undiscovered wonder.
Well, we do. And to compare that with international sites is quite something, isn't it?
Absolutely. A friend of mine in Lincoln had not heard of this, and so asked his his travel agent about it, and this travel agent said, "Oh yes, this is a big deal.
It's worldwide.
Yes.
I didn't even realize it existed until a couple of days ago.
Yes, and there's people that just travel this each year. I don't know where they come from, but they are coming, and this is going to have a huge economic impact on our area as they travel through.
So if somebody reads this and they decide this is one of the places I want to go because it does lack tourism. I mean, there's not a lot of people up in the Sandhills. Let's be honest. They go up and down the highway. There's only so many places to stop. So it makes it so important to have places for these folks to at least stop and have information and take a break, right?
Yeah. We're thrilled about this. This is a really big deal. And then moving on to September, we have Junk Jaunt coming. And I got a phone call just the other day from someone from Cheyenne needing a place to stay. They some that I have a bunkhouse, and they had already called some other places. Each year they try to go to a different area on Junk Jaunt. And she said, places are already booked. She said, people book a year out. I said, yes, they do. So that's always exciting.
Yeah. That's a weekend where you just have to try to understand how many dollars are left up and down the route of Junk Jaunt. It's amazing. It's crazy. And it's it's not all just the exchange of money between hands at the stands. It's when they stop and for lodging, eating, gassing up. It's a big deal.
Yes.
It really is.
And they like those homemade pies and jellies and all the different things available. This lady said that they've done this 3 years. This is going to be their 4th, and they're just, like I said, looking for different areas. They have it mapped out where they're going, and they're bringing friends. So that's good for our
very
area.
good.
Yes.
It's good news.
It is.
Yeah. What publication was that in?
This was in the Thomas County Herald, and it was dated in January. I had heard about it, and we're the only U.S. location to make the list. So it is a big deal. And there's a picture here of the Cowboy Trail Bridge crossing the Niobrara at Valentine. And these dark skies is a big deal for tourists. They like to go up to Merritt, and there's no lights. So they're watching the stars. Did you guys watch the moon the other night here a week or two ago?
Yeah. I got up at 2:06 or something like that.
You did?
Took some photos with
my wife got up. I did not.
Well, that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
it was.
For people that wanted to see it. I got up at 2 also and didn't put my glasses on. I could see the moon was quite red, but I should have put my glasses on.
But it was a lot smaller than I was hoping.
I think that was the reaction by a lot of. I think we remember back to the eclipse. How big and and I think people were kind of set back to how small it looked. Yeah, but still an amazing moment in time, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
it was neat.
And you can see it really well in this part of the country. You mentioned that people from cities, they don't ever get to see the sky.
The light pollution is a real issue there.
In their neighborhoods, they don't see the sky, even if they're outside of the city. So they can come up to Anselmo and see the sky, big sky, and
there you go.
Just walk out on the porch.
We've had some really pretty skies lately.
Yeah.
The sunsets, the sunrises.
Sunrises too. Yeah.
The Sandhills is the place to be, folks. Best place around.
It is. It's unique. There's nothing else like it in this whole world. That's obvious.
Yeah.
So,
lots of baby calves on the ground right now. Lots of bull sales going on, and I'm seeing a lot of cattle pots going by. That's just continuous all the time. And I read that Sustainable Beef in North Platte just had a ribbon cutting.
Oh, they did.
Did you see how big that facility is?
Yes. Have you driven by it?
No, I just saw some photos yesterday.
I have. It is huge. They're going to harvest around 1,500 head a day and employ over 800 people.
Wow.
800.
Yeah.
That's quite a few people.
That's a bunch. Yeah.
And they're going to start processing here pretty soon. I didn't read an actual date. I think they've still got maybe a couple things yet to do. Who knows? But they did have their ribbon cutting. The governor was there, Senator Fisher, Senator Ricketts, Adrian Smith, State Senator Jacobson was there, among many other.
Yeah.
There was a ton of people there in the photo that I saw.
Yes.
It's really big. I've not saw a photo even. So.
Oh, it's huge.
But I know that they were anticipating quite an impact when it got going. So folks who live in western Custer County know a little bit more about North Platte than people on the eastern side, but certainly that economy trickles everywhere. Probably people, and Brent would be an example, people who live in Arnold work in North Platte. I mean that.
Yes, yeah, there are several who do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it affects everyone. Well, thanks, guys.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks to Custer Federal State Bank for offering this opportunity to us. We appreciate it.
Rick Moz and Linda Tion, our guests this morning, talking about the scenic byway and much, much more. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out with these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Okay.
Hi, this is
Can you
Andrew
see I've
Mason.
been-
Normally, I would say with Pearson PT, but that's no longer the case. We are now Rise Rehab and Performance. As you may have heard, Aaron Nelson and myself took over the clinic at the beginning of the year, and now we are moving forward with a new name. Again, it's Rise Rehab and Performance. Same location, same number, same awesome staff, and the same great care you've come to expect from us. That's Rise Rehab and Performance. Come see us for all your physical therapy needs, 872-5800.
With the end of winter comes the start of spring. And with the start of spring comes the always dreaded allergy season. Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow is here to help. They've stocked up on a variety of allergy medicines to keep your eyes clear, your nose from running, and to help you save a lot of money on Kleenex, too. Leader brand allergy medicines are available in liquids or tablets, from regular relief to 24-hour, plus nasal strips and spray, and eye allergy itch relief. Kick those allergy symptoms to the curb. Visit Varney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the Secret Garden. They'd love to see you on Friday from 11:30 till 4:30 or Saturday from 8:30 till 4:30. When you visit this weekend, you'll save 15% off anything with the color green, including pre-orders of spring plants and any decor. Browse the sympathy section as well, which they deliver free to Broken Bow. Don't forget to shop online at thesecretgardenonline.com. Philippians 4 verse 13 says, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. The Secret Garden, west of Myrna on Highway 92, then a half a mile north.
Explore a career in broadcasting. Jobs in advertising, sales, news, sports, digital content, and more are available at the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Virtual Job Fair next week at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. See the kinds of jobs available, as well as specific positions here at KCNI KBBN. You can apply for jobs online. It starts Monday. Brought to you by KCNI KBBN at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. KCNI KBBN Radio is an equal opportunity employer.
It is 8:53, and we have some more things we want to tell you about. And we have more guests in the lobby that we'll bring in the 9 o'clock hour from Custer Care. And so stay tuned for that. We also want to talk a little bit about kind of recapping, again, just at least one more time, that great chocolate chip cookie challenge and some of the sponsorship we had for that. So we're going to be doing that before we close the show. I want to talk a little bit right now about Circle V Stitch and Post. They are geared up and tearing into spring, and they kind of mention here, why settle for an ordinary when you can have something truly unique? And that's what they offer at Circle V Stitching Post. Velma brings you ideas that are going to be a little bit different, and people are going to appreciate a little bit more with top quality custom embroidery. You can highlight your business, your club, your family, your brand. It's all available there to put on your jacket, your hat, your pullover, and that's available there, has been for many years. And if you want your farm name or your brand on the apparel, or maybe a school logo, she can get it, she can match it up, and she can put it on sweatshirts and jackets and polos and hats, and she would love to do that for you. Also, check out her selection of cowhide coasters, rugs, and table runners, personalized just for you. And if you need a gift for a baby shower, wedding, or any special occasion, she has great ideas and can create something unforgettable, something a little different. Just to mention a few: afghans, aprons, personalized towels for a gift for kids in sports, and for wedding gifts. It's all there. And don't forget, she carries those top quality leather jackets, personalized to fit your student's style. So stop the hassle of shopping. It's not a hassle at Circle V. It's easier than online, and you can shop right here in Custer County to get those custom quality pieces at great prices right here in Broken Bow. Call Velma today at 308-872-6173. Leave a message. If she doesn't answer, she'll get right back to you.
We encourage you to check out sandhillsexpress.com, especially the employment page. Some job opportunities being posted there now. And among them, the Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow. At the NDOT, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development. There's advancement opportunities available. They pay ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package is available as well. To apply, you need to go online because an online state application must be completed. So go to this website if interested. The website is statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
Thank you, Brent. One more quick one here. We want to remind you that the Knights of Columbus Fish Fry takes place in Anselmo this Friday at the Anselmo Fire Hall. They'll start right around 5:30, go till 7, and the price is right, and the profits go to good things. So the Knights of Columbus Fish Fry this Friday is at Anselmo Fire Hall in Big Sky Country at Anselmo, Nebraska. Here's brand new music from Allison Krauss and Union Station.
CBS News Special Report. The editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, has just published additional details of a planned attack on Houthi rebels in Yemen after he was accidentally added to a group message. National security contributor Samantha Vinograd.
In my experience, military plans about the timing and methodology of a military strike are classified. By the same token, we also have a text message from National Security Advisor Waltz in there that talks about a target and the facility a target is in, who the target is with. That's also typically classified.
CBS's Ed O'Keefe at the White House on why those details were released this morning.
The Atlantic says it's publishing it now because, quote, there is a clear public interest in disclosing the sort of information that Trump advisors included in non-secure communication channels, especially because senior administration officials are attempting to downplay the significance of the messages that were shared.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Are you looking for an easy way to get a daily detox? Pharmacist, best-selling author, and nutrition expert Sherry Torkos explains why Active Liver is the perfect solution.
The liver is an incredible organ. It works non-stop to process toxins and chemicals from our food and drinks, medications we take, and even environmental exposures. As a health expert, I'm often asked how to support the liver's natural detoxification process and offset the effects of fatty foods, sugar, and alcohol. I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. This gentle plant-based supplement is an effective way to support your liver's vital functions as well as your energy and overall well-being.
With its powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, Active Liver is the perfect way to get an easy daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Active Liver is available in both a delicious gummy or tablet. You can find Active Liver in the vitamin aisle at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Oklahoma City Thunder won their 7th straight game, 121-105 at Sacramento. 32 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Cleveland has a record of 58-14 after a win at Portland, 122-111. Miami held Golden State's Jimmy Butler to 11 points in a win over the Warriors, 112-86. New York got 35 points from OG Anunoby and beat Dallas 128-113. And teammates in the same game had triple doubles for New York. Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart. Damian Lillard of Milwaukee is out indefinitely with blood clots in his calf. Jason Tatum of the Celtics doubtful for Wednesday with a sprained ankle. And Denver's Nikola Jokic with his bad ankle doubtful for Wednesday's game. The men's Sweet 16 starts Thursday night. In college hoops, Xavier is reportedly hiring coach Richard Pitino from New Mexico. Lobo star guard Donovan Dent is transferring. He was Mountain West Player of the Year.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Clear skies today with daytime highs approaching 73. South winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies tonight, lows level off around 45. Daytime highs approaching 80. Tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Friday with highs around 86. 50. Rain likely Saturday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Napa know-how.
Wenquist Incorporated, not just family-owned since 1925, family-owned and dedicated to the finest customer service since 1925. They're proud to be your local Napa connection in Broken Bow with a great stock of parts and tools for your projects. Visit them on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
9:04, and the temperature's 44 under a cloudy sky. And we're hoping we're going to get some rain today. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, folks, but it looks promising. At least it gives us a chance at some rain. But 44 and cloudy currently here at Broken Bow. We have our guests in from Custer Care. Jeanette Denson is here, and I'm going to ask Jeanette to introduce a very special guest here this morning.
Yeah, this is Matt Denson, and he is going to be taking over the administration of Custer Care. So, as he learns his way.
Yes.
So, he can tell you more about his career before he came here. So
I'd be interested to find out a little background. Matthew, you prefer Matthew or Matt?
Either or.
Okay, I'll call you Matt then, because you can call me anything you want. But, yeah, give us a little story of how you've, I guess, out of high school and then come back here to Broken Bow.
Yeah, no, I graduated in 2011 and kind of struggled to find my way after that, and being on the wrestling team, I was always a part of a team, and I kind of missed that. And I found it in the Marine Corps. And day one, I fell in love with it and thought I was going to make a lifetime career out of it, do 20 years or more if they'd let me.
Yeah.
But I ended up only being able to do 11 years and a few months. I was in artillery, and I just finished up my last duty station was at the Fort Sill Artillery Schoolhouse. I was an instructor out there for some of the advanced courses, but I just got medically retired, and had to leave, So
Change gears and.
Yep.
But you were looking for a team because you were looking for a team when you got out of high school. Some people would be maybe not be able to join the Marines to join a team, Matthew.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough team to get involved in. I'm sure that there was times early on, maybe in the Marines, you were scratching your head saying, do I really want to do this? Because that's a tough go, isn't it?
Day one, you get off that bus and you're immediately saying, what have I gotten myself into? They are screaming. Everything is chaos. You have no idea what's going on. But after that, you get into a groove, and it's amazing.
Makes sense. And the team part of it is what really attracted you. And well, we're sorry you weren't able to finish that 20 years, but I guess it's our benefit to have you here with leadership skills that I'm sure you learned in the Marines that you brought back home here to Custer Care.
Yeah.
And so we appreciate that very much. I'm sure you're excited about that.
I am. Yeah, he worked at Custer Care when he was in high school.
Yeah.
So he's just coming back now.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives me another thing that I can do.
Another challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another way to serve people, I guess, really.
So, did they yell at you when you got off the bus at Custer Care? Did Jeanette out there right in your
She
face?
sure did. No, no. No.
So you're in the learning process now then?
Yep. This is my second week over there and learning a lot every day. And I'm just trying to get my hands dirty and get into everything so I know a little bit about it all. And they got great staff over there that are truly patient and just willing to help. So it's been really smooth.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Well, every time Jeanette and I get together, I think our wheels start turning backwards. We go back in time and we think about when Custer Care was first started.
Yeah.
A couple of recliners in a kitchen.
Yeah.
And a little building behind the bowling alley.
Yeah.
And the time that you were able to get enough support to get your first vehicle and
that was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
Getting in that one car.
Yeah.
And how many are you up to now?
13. Yeah.
It's a fleet now.
It is.
Yeah.
13, and it makes everything active with the transportation service you provide, the people that you have living in your facility that you just renovated and added on to, and then the home care part of it where people go into people's homes, that you facilitate that. Those are all things that this part of the world really needs, Jeanette.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been good. We still have one room open.
Oh, you do?
Just one room. Everything else is filled. But we're needing some staff now.
Yes, everybody needs staff.
I know it. Yeah,
And
we're needing some overnight staff
Okay.
now.
All
With
right.
the new people, we're going to need a little bit more help.
Yeah.
And Matt, I think, if you've been back in rural part of the country very long, you realize that we're all looking for good people, but it takes kind of a special person to do the type of work what you're going to be leading folks on. And so I know you want the right people to consider the job.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, welcome. Thank you very much. Now, what about availability out there as far as jobs go for people who want to help in homes?
Home care, we're always needing help in home care. So, just apply. The great thing about home care is, that you can kind of set your hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, if you want to work 2 days a week, you can do that and that kind of thing. So, so we want people to, and there's usually places in your hometown. If you live in Callaway, there may be home care there. If you live in Arnold, there may be home care there. So, but we always take applications for good people for home care.
And, you started mentioning a couple of communities there. You got Sargent as well. I suppose anything in Custer County for the most
and
part.
Burwell and Ord.
Okay.
Yeah, Nocano. Yeah, we have people in all of those places.
Okay, so that's going on, and then you have all these trips that are coordinated to take people to the medical professionals that they need. If a lot of them don't drive, or always a lot of times if you have some sort of treatment when you're at the medical facility, then they don't really want you driving home if there's a procedure or something. So that keeps you busy too.
Yeah. Keeps Peggy busy, yes.
Yeah, Peggy's very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. Jump in if you have any questions, Brian.
Well, we talk about Custer Care being a family all the time, and I did notice that the last name is Denson over here.
Yeah.
So you're bringing back some of your family, just to clarify. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. That's one thing about, I would have never thought about him coming back to do this, but when I called it, he said, let me think about it, and then a few days later he called and said, I think I'm really interested. So
well, certainly you were familiar, obviously, with Custer Care Center with the family connection, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He always came to visit. When he was home, he'd come back and visit.
Yeah, it was kind of a nice way to find our way back home. We've been gone for 11 years, and there's no help when you're in the military. You don't have family to rely on. Not without a long travel period. So it's definitely nice being back and having family to rely on, and my kids can finally get to know them a little better. So.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you back. And by the way, thank you for your service to our country. I was given a couple of notes by somebody who I think works for Custer Care Center, and the note said, looking for plastic eggs for the Easter egg hunt coming up on April 4th. So if people would or am 18th. I wrong on the day?
Yeah. 18th.
Okay, yes. but you need the eggs by the 4th, I think, right? Okay. So if people want to donate, they can do that, right?
They can, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we would, Matt's been working on the Easter egg hunt, which is new and different for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we do need plastic eggs because it seems like, and then we fill them with candy for the 4 and under age group, and then have numbers for the others to go around the square to look for numbers in the windows. So.
And I know that the folks at Custer Care are a big part of putting the Easter egg hunt together, and you've been doing that for several years, haven't you, Jeanette?
Yeah, I don't know, 10 or 15, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. The clients, it gives them something to do. They like to fill the eggs. They were cutting out those eggs yesterday, and, they enjoy doing that, and then going up and watching the kids hunt for eggs, so.
Well, I can see where they would really love that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So if people want to make a donation and drop off some plastic eggs for you guys to fill, just bring them to the center?
Yeah,
Is that the best way to do it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So if they can do that, that would be great. We're not asking the businesses for donations this year. We have had so many donations, so we have enough money left from last year to be able to do it this year.
Nice.
So the businesses just have to provide 15 candy bars or similar to that. Okay. So, yeah.
Now, that's not the trend in the world today, Jeanette.
I know, but people are so generous.
They are.
They are, we were asking $5 from each business. Well, they may send 20, you know. So we decided this year we'd just use what we had in
That's great.
surplus.
That's great.
So,
hoping for good weather.
Yeah.
For that.
Please.
Yeah. Whenever you do something outside, you're hoping for good weather. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Was there anything else you guys wanted to bring forward today?
Don't think so.
Got
Yeah.
That, got
just
that one room?
One room open, so we have a waiting list, but the people aren't quite ready. So if you need a room, now's the time to do it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You can talk better to that.
What is that? The home care or the overnight staff, we're looking at maybe doing a little bit higher wage for the overnight staff so we can get some good overnight staff. Yeah. So
now on the overnight staff, guys, do they need to be like certified as a med aid or anything like that?
We would prefer that, but
sure.
They don't have to be.
Okay.
So yeah. So
that's kind of a trend where you make a little bit more an hour at night. So that's a good idea.
So
it's a good idea.
Yeah. So
okay, very good. So you have the one room and you got a waiting list, but if you need a room, get a hold of it.
You can do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. So it's been working well with the new addition. So.
Good. I bet it has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matthew, what's your favorite lunch so far? I always smell chicken when I'm in there.
I don't know. I seen him making meatloaf one day, and that looked really, really good.
Yeah, I gotta get in and see you because I didn't have a house, and I know before the kitchen was right off where people gathered, and so you kind of actually got to watch at one time, watch the meal be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can smell all the goodies that are being made there. So I'm anxious to see how that all works. But you have more room now. You get more crafts going and all that sort of thing. So there's more space to do more things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
so much.
Matthew, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
You'll be seeing him more.
Yes, we'll see him more, and I got a feeling we're going to see you more too, Jeanette.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll take a time out.
Spring has arrived at Lily Kate Boutique in Broken Bow. Step into the season with a stunning selection of stylish outfits, perfect for all your spring activities. Whether you're headed to a wedding, spring program, graduation, or needing a new Easter outfit, they've got you covered. Plus, if you're craving a sun-kissed glow without the wait, try their Versa Spa tanning booth for the perfect tan anytime. Visit them on the north side of the square and make Lily Kate Boutique your go-to for spring style and radiance.
It is 9:19, so we have a little time left on the show here this morning. I think we got through our live read, so we want to, maybe you have one left, Brent.
Yeah, we've got a couple left.
Okay.
We'll go through them here real quick. I think this is a great one to transition to after just talking to Custer Care, and that is Quality Senior Villages.
You bet.
In Broken Bow. Over 5 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's or dementia, and that number is growing, so finding the right care can be overwhelming. Well, that's where Quality Senior Villages comes into play. They provide compassionate, specialized memory care because your loved one deserves more than just a home. They deserve a family, and that's what they'll find at Quality Senior Villages. Visit them in Broken Bow or go online to qualityseniorvillages.com to find out more. You can also call them at 872-6387. You can also find them and follow them on Facebook as well. Quality Senior Villages, where care meets compassion.
All right, thank you very much. I want to remind you that this is Wednesday, so it's Sermons a la carte day today, and this will be held at the United Methodist Church over the noon hour, half hour of worship service, then a free will donation lunch, and those who need to return to work, maybe sooner than later, are invited to the front of the line. This is sponsored today by the Evangelical Free Church, but it will be held as usual at the United Methodist Church.
Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley is planning their annual succulent workshops beginning Sunday, March 30th at 2 p.m. They'll also do one on Monday, March 31st at 7 p.m., and then on Thursday, April 3rd at 7 p.m. is her last workshop. Now, each workshop is $45. You can call or text Chaz to get your name on the list, and the number to call is 308-325-7070. 308-325-7070. The number to call or text if you want to get involved in their annual succulent workshops at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley, and we're getting very close to the beginning of the season at Sun Valley, as they'll be opening their greenhouse for the season on April the 14th. So mark that down on your calendar. And again, we encourage you to follow them on Facebook to stay up to date with everything happening with Sun Valley Landscaping.
A couple of blood drives going on today. Adams Land and Cattle is having their blood drive at the office here in Broken Bow. It started at 8 o'clock and will run until 2 p.m., and donors will receive a $10 gift card and are entered for a $50 Amazon gift card. That's the blood drive at Adams Land and Cattle today, which is already underway. And there's a blood drive at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. That started at 8:30 today, and that runs until 2:30 p.m., so fit those to your schedule. And then tomorrow, if you can't go today, there's a blood drive at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow from 8:30 until 2 p.m.
I want to tell you what's showing at the movies at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. This is the lineup for tonight and tomorrow night. So these are the three showing tonight and tomorrow night. You have Snow White. Now, this is the live-action version of the Disney classic Snow White, rated PG. It'll continue to show tonight and tomorrow night. Also, the animated film, there's a new Looney Tunes movie out. This one is featuring Porky Pig and Daffy Duck. It's The Day the Earth Blew Up, and it is still showing tonight and tomorrow night, so another opportunity to check that out. Also, the movie Novocaine showing tonight and tomorrow night as well. So as we go into the weekend, beginning on Friday, here will be your lineup, and they're going to kind of move some things around here. You'll have an opportunity to take in 4 movies during the course of the weekend into next week. Snow White will continue at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Novocaine will continue on certain days through the weekend, and then coming to the theater starting new on Friday will be A Working Man. Now, I think this is the new Jason Statham film. So you get to see Jason beat people up. Love it. He plays Levin Cade, who was left behind a decorated military career in the Black Ops to live a simple life of working construction. Oh, but then human traffickers kidnap his boss's daughter. His search to bring her home uncovers a world of corruption far greater than he ever could have imagined, and he starts beating people up.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So there you go, A Working Man. It'll start on Friday and run through the weekend into next week. And then on certain days through the weekend, they'll continue to show The Day the Earth Blew Up with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck. So there you go. Check it out. We encourage you to check out their website, too. Fabulous website. It'll give you all of the show times as to when you can go see the movies. So go to watchthefox.com. You can also purchase your tickets online if you wish. And don't forget, every Tuesday, thanks to Nebraska State Bank, it's free popcorn night at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow.
All right. Thank you, Brent. We promised we'd talk a little bit about the chocolate chip cookie challenge that concluded yesterday with the announcement of the winners. We had a first and second place prize. And if you haven't heard, we had 56 different entries of chocolate chip cookies in 2 weeks. And there were some days that we had 7 or 8 different cookies to taste. And it was a tough job, but somebody had to do it. So we did. And there was not one bad cookie that was entered. They were all very, very good. And Jeremy set up a scoring grid for us so we could fairly judge those cookies best we could. I always think that food contests are somewhat difficult because when it's all good, it's really tough, and you might have a particular taste that you have that favors one contestant or another. But I think this one was really well organized. And you mentioned Kristen taking care of all the entries and the sheets and so forth, and she did a great job. I think we know that the number, because we went by numbers, we didn't know who brought them in unless we happened to see them walk in the door, and we didn't know everybody that walked through the door.
Yeah, and then we didn't know what number it was going to be given.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
So I think it was fair. It was as fair as a contest can be like this, but it really was just to have some fun in the late winter and early spring months, and just highlight the fact that simple things in this part of the world people enjoy the most.
Well said.
The most simple, the most they're enjoyed. And we had great sponsorship. RTA's Hardware, they're winning awards every year for their services. They just won another one at the Chamber Banquet. And they'll help you this year. They're really concentrating on helping you have a beautiful yard. And if you've driven by, they have really stocked up on fertilizers and things. They've got pallets and pallets of that sort of thing in front of the store, and I think even in the back of the store for when they sell everything in front of the store. So they're planning on being a big part of your yard care this year. So talk to Ace and Broken Bow to create a plan tailored to your needs for your yard. Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, we just talked about them with their What's for Wednesday special. They're 75% off the remaining winter apparel. And, of course, they have paint, flooring, and furniture and big soft beds, and it's all right there at Chapin's Furniture, all in one location. And you can visit them for everything from flooring, furniture, fashions, and fun. Grocery Cart, well, they won another award, I see, for their service to their customers, which is well-deserved. You can visit them for weekly specials in Broken Bow. And remember, right now is the time for ordering those cakes and catering that's coming up for graduations and Easter and so forth. So they'd love to have you order early so they can get it ready for you. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, they just did a remote with us here last week or the week before, and their ability to fix just about any problem with a car or truck pickup is amazing, and the shop looks amazing, and they have grown so rapidly because they really can do things that some other shops prefer not to do. They do it all, and they also fix up cars and sell them now at A1. So remember, coming out of winter, we might want to check those batteries, make sure our coolant's ready to go for the hotter months, and they'll take care of that for you. Wipers are so important if we get rain.
Yes, yeah.
They want to make sure that you're not surprised that your wipers won't clean off the rain off your windshield, because that's dangerous. But A1 Auto Repair, a great partner here with us at KCNI, KBBN, and CarQuest in Broken Bow. Car care products, batteries, a large stock and parts that you need are all right out here on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow, and they have a great crew there. Store is well stocked, beautifully displayed, and they're locally owned, hometown. They want to be a part of your solution for your car and truck problems as well. They always have filters priced right there too. The CarQuest filters are ready to go to protect your motors, whatever your motor may be. So those are some of the sponsors, not all of them, but some of them that helped us out with the cookie contest. And first place, you probably know by now, was Cassie Fisher. She won the Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge with the help of her children.
Yes.
And on Sandhill's Facebook, there's a picture of Cassie and the kids with their new KitchenAid tilt head mixer. And they took it here in this room. And I think we were gone, I think, and I think Jeremy might have been gone out of the office when Cassie was here. So it's just a great picture of her and the kids. And they had so much fun. And I remember Cassie mentioning that they had 6 cookies that they brought in because all the rest of them had already been eaten.
Understandably so.
Kids had baked them, and then they ate all of them except the ones that they brought out here. And so congratulations. They scored 58 out of 60 points in the judging. So enjoy your KitchenAid tilt head mixer, which came from Lines Appliance, by the way. And they have those mixers on hand there for you. Pretty cool looking mixers, jet black, and sit on the top of your counter, and you can put it away if you like. But it looked very powerful. What did it say? They could make 9 dozen cookies at one time. Wow,
that's pretty good.
Don't put your hand in there. That baby's got some power. Second place goes out to Elizabeth Mortensen. She was the runner-up in the challenge, and she scored 55.5 points out of 60. And she chose to have KCNI KBBN donate $500 to the North Park Inclusive Playground Project.
That's great.
So great pick, Elizabeth. We appreciate that very much. We'll write out the check today and make sure that goes to that effort. And be listening for more details. I think they're going to ramp things up as they try to raise a considerable amount of money to make the inclusive program playground available to the kids. And even the old playground equipment is needing replaced, so it's a worthy cause. Third place, Shonda Eggleston. Fourth place, Barb Miller. And a fifth place tie between Karen Evans and the group of bakers from Custer Care. Congratulations to all of you. Now, we were giving away T-shirts for people who brought in the cookies, 75th anniversary KCNI T-shirts. And if you came in and didn't happen to get one, please come back and pick one up if you were one of the 56 entries. If you didn't get a T-shirt, I think we still have some left. I don't know how many different sizes we have, but you can at least pick one up for somebody in your family if the size doesn't fit you. But if you didn't get one of those, please come back and pick one up. And now we're thinking about new promotions here at KCNI KBBN. And I don't know about the most immediate one. I think the girls are out rolling the dice right now. And I know they're also working on getting sponsorship for senior salutes. So if you have seniors out there that you want to be a sponsor of and don't get contacted, please contact the girls because they'll be all over the area. All the different students that are graduating will be honored here on KCNI KBBN. And in May, you remember we have some beef to give away.
Oh, good.
We purchased, I think, a quarter of beef, maybe a half, I don't remember, at the Custer County Foundation Gala. And it's actually in my mom's freezer downstairs. And we're going to bring it up when the time comes, and we'll have a winner of that beef for May, because May is beef month. So I know that's coming as well.
Good.
So those are the things I know about. You probably know about things such as games coming up.
Well, yeah, as far as the high school sports coverage, obviously things kind of slow down with that now that we're into the spring sports season. Once we go into the month of April, though, we'll be attending live a couple of the larger area track meets where a lot of our area teams compete. We'll be there live doing reports on those once we get into April. And then, of course, May will be busy when we start covering districts and state track and things like that. Do want to remind you that the Nebraska men's basketball team has not finished their season yet. They will be headed to Vegas to participate in the first ever Crown basketball tournament, and they will start play on Monday, the 31st of March, when they take on Arizona State, and we'll broadcast the game for you on KBBN 95.3 FM on Monday, with coverage scheduled to begin at 6:30 on the Huskers radio network. And then we have started our presentation of Sunday baseball with the Huskers. So if Mother Nature allows, I think there's rain in the forecast in Lincoln this weekend, where Nebraska is scheduled to play Oregon State in a out-of-conference 3-game series. But if the game happens, we'll broadcast it for you Sunday on KBBN Radio. Airtime is scheduled to start at 11:30.
All right. Thank you so much. And let's see here, a little interaction. Sean Simpson says, I had Jack listening to Jason Boland since he could walk. So Jack got a good education in music from his dad, no doubt about that. I think his dad knows his music. And I hope, Sean, you don't think we're picking on Jack when he's out doing the weather for us, such as Stephanie at the Chamber alluded to the fact that we were being a little hard on Jack. And I can only tell you, Sean, that we're just hard on one another here at KCNI KBBN.
It's how we show each other we love each other.
That's our affection.
Yeah.
Showing each other we care by teasing one another. So we probably get a little carried away with it. I'm sure I do. But I've learned my lesson there, folks. As I told you at the top of the show, the neighborhood's been very, very dull lately. And some of the ideas I had for Brent's yard and his house and some activities at his place, since he's my neighbor.
Loved your ideas.
Now he agrees to everything that I bring up, and it's just no fun anymore. It's just boring as heck. So I'm not going to go there anymore. I just look across the way at Brent's place and say, I don't care anymore, man. The guy's going to agree with everything I say. If you can't have a debate, then how are you going to get it right?
Wow. That was deep.
About as deep as I can get today.
Love you, neighbor.
Love you too, man. Take care.